And if anyone has a guitar too they want me to play, I'd be happy to. Well, I've got a few more minutes here on the workshop. Oh, awesome, cool. What's your name for everybody? Doug? We'll give Doug a round of applause for this up here. Yeah, and this, let's see, I'm looking for the jack. There it is. So I see the pickup on it. And again, I want to tell you a little bit about what I think about when I pick up guitars like this. For starter, I see it's a 3-string. I see that it has a volume knob, so the jack is somewhere to plug into it. And I also noticed there's no magnetic or electric guitar pickup on here, so I'm guessing there's a piezo in here somewhere. With the piezo pickups, it's like an acoustic guitar. It sounds more like an acoustic when you plug it in. It doesn't sound as much like an electric guitar, but they're also very sensitive usually, whether it's a rod piezo in the bridge or a disc piezo attached somewhere. You have to be very careful when you're amplifying it not to crank the volume up right away and just plug the guitar in right off the bat. And so what I'm going to do is turn the volume down first. My amp is on, I'm going to plug in, but the volume's down. And so I notice it's fretted, and I see that the action is pretty high. It's a good action for slide, but I can tell that the action at the nut is a little high, so there might be some intonation issues on the first few frets is what I'm looking at it, in my head when I see it. So I know that the slide playing is probably the best way to approach it right off the bat. And I'll slightly, I'll turn the volume up just a little bit. And again, because it's a piezo, everything gets picked up slightly. And this sounds like it's pretty well insulated. It's got a nice tone to it. It's got like a nice bassy tone also already. It's a little out of tune. I'm going to tune it up in a second, but I can hear that. So I'm also thinking sometimes with the piezo pickups, they can be really sensitive. Like I've had some where if my hair touches it, it's like, into the amp and just goes crazy. So this one's nice and contained. So there's the feedback threshold right there. So I'll dial it below the threshold. With piezos, it's good to have a volume knob on it. I've got volume pedals and EQ pedals on stage for when I'm playing a guitar like this on a louder stage. And so I'm going to tune it up. And again, I'm going to tune it to a root, 5th root tuning, like an open G, but whatever note that is that I'm starting on, I'll go, first of all, I'll get that note feeling like a good tension for slide. But you want it tight, but you don't want it like buckling the neck or bending the neck. You don't want it really tight. You don't want it to feel like the string's about to break. And then I'll go to the 7th fret and do what's called a harmonic. I'll put my finger lightly on top of the string, right on top of the metal part of the fret. And it sounds like a bell, so that's actually 1/3 of the way. The 7th fret is 1/3 of the string length from the bridge to the nut. So there's a harmonic there. And I'm going to tune my 2nd string to that note. And then I'm going to go to the 12th fret, get the 12th fret harmonic. The 12th fret is halfway between the bridge and the nut, so there's a harmonic there. And that's going to be my high string. That one's already in tune. So now I've got the root, 5th root tuning, and you can do that on a shovel. You can do it, doesn't need frets. You go to the 1/3 up the string to the 7th harmonic to get the 2nd string, the middle string, and the 12th fret to get the high string. And again, that piezo sounds pretty good. I like that tone. It's got a nice bassy, a nice full tone, and that's plugged straight into the amp also. Times I'll just start strumming. I like to hear what it sounds like loud. I like to hear what the single notes sound like. And since this is a piezo, it's on a press board, or it kind of looks like a laminate. You know, you can tell with the sound hole sometimes what material it's out of. But I kind of like the single string tone of this instrument best. It's got a really nice rootsy, sort of desperate sound to it. And so, you know, I'll probably switch my slide. This is my signature finger slide, and it has two surfaces on it. So it's got a smooth glass surface, a silicate glaze, and it's got a raw ceramic surface. So I want to hear what it sounds like with the smooth side. And then the rough side. I kind of like that rough side a little better, you know, it just makes it even sound nastier than it already is, you know, in a good way. So. Yeah, that sounds great, brother. Well, thanks for bringing that, man. Give Doug a round of applause again, everybody, for bringing that out. That's cool, man.